Stop losing weight? Maybe you've hit a plateau. Here's what you need to do. Welcome to the Coach's Corner, where I answer your weight loss and fitness questions. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Coach Jack Stacey, and since 2013, I've been a personal trainer and weight loss coach, helping everyday people reach their weight loss and fitness goals. Today, I have a question from Christine, and Christine says, why have I hit a plateau when it comes to my weight loss, and how can I break through it? Great question, Christine. Thank you for this one. We can hit a plateau for many different reasons, the main one being the body has adapted to the demands put on it. Now, when it comes to our weight loss, it's important that we are tracking just more than one metric. So by this, I mean, don't just be tracking our scale weight. We should be also tracking our photos to see how, if we're visually changing, our measurements to see if we are physically changing, if we're losing inches, and also our clothes to see how they're fitting as well. We need to track these metrics as well as the scale weight, because sometimes what can happen is our scale weight might plateau and stay the same, but our inches might come down, our clothes might be feeling different, getting looser on us. And if this is happening, technically what could be happening is we could be losing fat and building muscle at the same time. So that's keeping the scale the same. So we've not technically hit a plateau because we are changing our body composition. So the way that we're looking, it's just the scale weight is staying the same. So it is important that we are tracking more than one metric to begin with. If those metrics are staying the same and the scale is staying the same, then yes, we have hit a plateau, and this is what we need to do. When it comes to weight loss, we are trying to balance the energy equation. The energy equation is energy in minus energy out equals change in body weight. On the energy inside, we have energy in the form of calories we consume from our food and our drink. The energy output side is made up of our activity level, our basal metabolic rate, our BMR, and our TEF, which is our thermic effect of food. When it comes to our activity, we can split this into two. We've got our PEL, which is our physical activity level. This is technically our workouts and our exercise. And then we've also got our NEAT, which is our non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this is basically our walking, everything that we do which isn't exercise. So standing up, we'll be using our NEAT system. Our BMR, our basal metabolic rate, this is our metabolism. This is the amount of energy, calories we would burn at rest. If we were to lay in bed all day and do nothing, this is the amount of calories we would burn. And our TEF, our thermic effect of food, is the amount of calories we burn as we are digesting our food. A plateau could happen because this equation has gotten out of balance and out of sync, and it needs adjusting in line with your goals again. We do this by implementing what we call the principle of overload. And the principle of overload is basically a fancy way of saying doing a little bit more. And we use this principle to tilt the equation in our favor. There's 5 levers we can use to implement the principle of overload. Lever 1 is create a greater calorie restriction. So by this, we mean reducing our calorific intake. Lever 2 is increasing our activity level. We can do this by working out more often, adding extra intensity to our workouts, so making the workouts harder. We can also increase our workout length, so we can make those workouts longer, which in turn, the longer we work out, the more calories we should be burning. And then we can also change the type of exercise that we are doing to make it more difficult to put more demands on the body. Lever 3 is increasing our NEAT. So this is increasing our activity outside of exercise. So this could be increasing our step count. So say we're currently getting 5,000 steps, we can increase this to 8,000, and that should be enough to tilt the equation in our favor. The next 2 levers, 4 and 5, I think are things you should be doing all the time anyway. Lever 4 is increasing the quality of our food we are eating. We want to be eating whole foods and protein-rich foods. Protein especially can help increase our TEF, our thermic effect of food, because it takes longer to digest, and that way it burns more calories because of this. Our TEF is only responsible for about 10% of this equation, but it's definitely worth focusing on whole foods and protein-rich foods just to get that little extra. Lever 5 is more a long-term approach, but this is making sure that we are strength training or doing some sort of resistance training to help build muscle. Muscle is a metabolic tissue. So what this basically means is it burns more calories because it's active tissue. So fat is not an active tissue, but muscle is. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest. So Christine, to answer your question, I'd first make sure you're tracking more than just one metric. So make sure you're tracking the scale weight, your clothes, your inches and photos, and make sure they're all going in the right direction. If these metrics are not going in the direction that you would like, start pulling the levers and implementing the principle of overload. You could be aggressive in just implementing just one lever, or you could do 2 or 3. The decision is up to you. Have a look at the levers and see how it will best fit your schedule and what's best to do for you. I personally feel a moderate overload on all levers is the best. So slightly reducing our calories, increasing our PAL, our physical activity levels, so making those workouts slightly harder, increasing the weight, maybe increasing the time that we work out for, increasing the steps, and focusing on those whole foods is also going to be great. Thank you for your question, Christine. Hopefully this makes things a little bit clearer for you and you can break through that plateau. If you have any weight loss or fitness questions, leave a comment below or direct message me at any of my platforms at Coach Jack Stacey, and maybe next time I'll be answering your questions. Until the next video, take care.